Tesla is down massive today, down 7.94% today, down 15.25% the past 2 days, and down 27% this past month. What the heck is going on with Tesla? Let's start broad. Why is Tesla down this past month? Well, let us not forget the S&P 500 is down about 5%. And Tesla, being a high-growth, high-risk stock, it's not uncommon for a stock like Tesla to be down 10 or 15% when the market is down 5%. But it's not down 10 or 15%. It's down 27%. So what's going on? Unlike other high-growth stocks that might be down 10 or 15%, like Netflix or Amazon, those companies are pumping on all cylinders right now. They're only down a little bit. Tesla is misfiring on all fronts. They're missing their production numbers, and not by a little bit, by a wide margin. They are burning through cash, and some investors are pissed at Elon's new compensation plan, which is generous to say the least. Why is Tesla down? It's simple. There's a bunch of bad news and no good news. So what happens? There are some sellers, there's hardly any buyers, and there's a lot of short sellers pushing that stock down. Yes, we do hear, oh, well, what about the Tesla Semi? Okay, look, dude, let's be honest. 10 to 20 reservations on the Tesla Semi here and there, that's not enough to prop up a $50+ billion company. Now, how about more recently? We're down 15.25% in just 2 days. First off, Tesla is not alone in these large drops. Even Netflix, which is doing phenomenally right now, there's nothing wrong with Netflix, they're down 10.79% these past 2 days. How about Amazon? They're down 8%. Again, there's no news, there's no reason for why they're down. They're just down. They're just a high beta stock. So a good chunk of Tesla's downturn can recently, be attributed to just general market volatility. But again, Tesla's going to take worse punishment since there is a lot of negative news surrounding them right now. They're not a Netflix. They have some challenges to overcome. There is another contributing factor, at least for today and yesterday. There was this piece released recently by a small-time hedge fund manager named John Thompson, who stated that Tesla was only a few months away from bankruptcy. Thompson provided zero evidence, like no real numbers that actually showed that they were going to go bankrupt or anything like that. And he completely failed to even bring up the fact that it's pretty dang easy for a company like Tesla to raise more money if they need to. I'm not saying they can necessarily do it at a high evaluation, but they can get more money if they need more money. That's not a problem for a guy like Elon Musk and a company like Tesla. Unless Elon dies or becomes incapacitated, they're not going bankrupt. It's just not happening. Now, whether or not Tesla should be valued at 25 billion, 45 billion, 60 billion, that's a completely different subject. I'm not saying that the stock won't go down. This is an extremely volatile stock. It could go anywhere. But understand this, investors are not buying the stock for the current Tesla. They are buying the stock because they believe Elon can turn this little car company into the largest car company, solar company, energy company, battery company, and now semi-truck company in the world. You cannot use traditional metrics to evaluate that. So, how much is Tesla worth in the short term? I don't know. It largely depends upon how quickly they can ramp up their production. That's really what's going to dictate where the stock goes. What I can tell you is sooner or later, they will ramp up production. And they're not going bankrupt. That is for certain. If things go poorly, they can always raise more money, right? If their revenue does not expand, their revenue is doing perfectly fine. Their revenue is expanding at a fast enough clip. But if they need to, if the revenue doesn't expand quite as quickly as they needed to, they can always go raise more money. So they're not going bankrupt. And that's really scaring a lot of investors, particularly the ones who aren't used. They've kind of been used to this Goldilocks period that we've been having the past couple of years in the stock market. And they haven't really experienced a significant downturn. And then you get this big old 27% downturn in a month, and they think the sky is falling. That happens with volatile stocks. You need to expect things like this. If you can't take the ups and downs of, on a roller coaster stock like Tesla, you really shouldn't be in a stock like Tesla, even if you do believe in Elon. And just as a little side note, this is anecdotal, but I'm going to say it nonetheless, because often there's so many people that look at technical analysis and they get so into the details and this quarter this and this quarter that, and right now they look at this exact second, we forget to look at the larger picture and sometimes forget to just look at a little bit of common sense. A couple days ago, Elon, on a complete whim, decided to delete the Tesla fan page that had 2.6 million followers because Elon doesn't like Facebook. Like that was his entire, hey, I don't really like Facebook. I'm going to delete the Tesla fan page. Does that sound like a guy whose company is on the verge of bankruptcy? Or does that sound like a dude who has an extremely strong company and gives zero Fs? He's like, dude, people are going to buy my car no matter what. Like, that's not the action of a person whose company is on the verge of bankruptcy, is deleting the 2.6 million people who follow you on Facebook. So just take that as a side note. Obviously, it's just like a little anecdotal story, but the guy's not behaving like a person whose company is about to go bankrupt. He can easily raise money. His revenues are going out the roof. There's no chance it's going to happen. And this is just most of the downturn. It's bad news. There's no good news. There's short sellers, and it's an overall, we're kind of bordering, bear market territory right now with the overall market. So be concerned of that. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed. If there is a stock you want me to take a look at, then go ahead and let me know in the comments section. Thanks.